Well, apart from Queensland and the Northern Territory, and I can't remember what's going on in Tasmania, we've got Labor governments in all the major states. And so you've got Labor education ministers, and it won't surprise you, Kevin, you've been talking about this forever, that at the end of the meeting they all ticked off and said, oh, yes, we'll roll that out. That'd be a good idea. I mean, there's no bold intervention into why we keep going backwards in standards. And what about this idea that a number of students finishing high school is going down? It's down at 75%.
Well, I mean, there are a couple of points there about retention rates, as they call it. If you look at non-government schools, Catholic and independent schools, their retention rate is over 90%. So what Jason Clare is talking about when he talks about poor results in terms of retention, it really relates to government schools. Now, there are a couple of issues there. We need to look more carefully at the curriculum, what's happening in middle school in particular. A lot of the curriculum is very woke, it's very dumbed down. Students are becoming disengaged, if not bored, because there's nothing challenging there. There's nothing intellectually rigorous. And especially boys are dropping out, not concentrating, becoming behavioural problems. So we need to look at the curriculum, and we also need to look at the fact that among the OECD, our classrooms are the most disruptive across the OECD. So there needs to be a greater focus on classroom discipline, where teachers are authority figures and students do what they're told.
People keep saying, oh, well, we can blame COVID for what's going on in the education system, but we need to remind people we've had 2 full educational years since the end of COVID, so 23-24, and we're halfway through 25. And we've got to put COVID behind us at some point, don't we? And have a sensible adult conversation about why our results are not as good as they should be, how we can get more people to get interested in teaching. I mean, I heard a debate on radio today where we're not even teaching kids in school how to write with a pen.
It beggars belief. I mean, you and I have talked about this over the years. A lot of the research I've looked at from 30, 40 years ago, we always knew what the problem was and we always had solutions. But what's happened, and there was a very good productivity report just last year, looking into all of these national agreements that we've had today, another meeting of state territory ministers plus Jason Clare. They come up with all of these new programs, all of these agreements, but it's all very bureaucratic, it's all very top down. They tick the boxes, as you say, then they go away for another 6 months, 12 months, then they come back and we've still got the same problems. So there needs to be a root and branch, really renewal of education. And I was involved in a paper released by the Page Research Centre last week that really outlines how that should be done. But the problem is the politicians, the bureaucrats are not listening.
No, they're not, and we keep banging on about it, and we will still keep banging on about it because it's such an important issue. Kevin, always good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for joining us on Friday nights.